This is the Lancer Locker Show on KYNT. Now, let's talk some Mount Marty University athletics with the coaches, as well as your host and the voice of Mount Marty University athletics, Tel Tanner.
Let's talk softball this week. My name is Tel Tanner. This is KYNT 102.1 FM AM 1450, the Lancer Locker. Every week we take a different sport at Mount Marty University. We highlight coaches and athletes from that sport. And today we're talking softball. Last week we did baseball, getting ready for the start of the baseball season starting this upcoming next weekend, not this weekend, next weekend, February 8th versus Mount Mercy University. That should be interesting. Actually, 2 weekends from now if I'm thinking of February 8th, because today is the 20th. Math says it's still like 3 weeks. Either way, it's coming up real quick. Softball going to be the day before that, actually. In February 7th is their first game versus Peru State College. And today we spent some time talking with the new head coach of the Mount Marty Lancer softball program in Cassandra Brown. You might recognize the last name because Miles Brown, her brother, played baseball for the Lancers over the last couple of years, and we had plenty of talks with him right here on KYNT as well. So Cassandra Brown in the booth, new head coach for the Lancers, a very good head coach, it's looking like. She, in 2019, she was the Southwestern Athletic Conference Coach of the Year. She was the head coach at an NCAA D1 softball program and was a Coach of the Year in her conference, led her team to the Southwestern Athletic Conference Eastern Division Championship. She was the youngest Division I head softball coach that year, which is incredible on the resume. She was there for 5 years. Now comes up to Mount Marty. She is now at Mount Marty University, a young coach with plenty of experience for her age, and is looking like she's going to be a really great addition to the program. So we talked with her a little earlier today, getting ready for the start of softball, as well as one of the seniors of the Lancer softball program in Olivia Valdez. Valdez, a senior out of Michigan, came in a couple of years ago from Iowa Western and has played for the Lancers the last 2 seasons and will finish up her senior year this spring. We spoke with her about everything involved with her personal life in terms of what she does off the field. And of course, she's a senior. We talked about the team, talked about the goals, what it's like being a leader this year, and what is in store for her next after college. All of that and more coming up on the Lancer Locker on KYNT. Now let's go to our week in review of Lancer athletics, talking about the last couple things that happened. Baseball, softball, once again, they're starting their season the weekend of February 7th and 8th. Basketball will turn to now. The basketball teams coming into this week ended up playing a couple of games this week. They played Dakota Wesleyan University on Saturday, the last time out. And Dakota Wesleyan did get the day sweep over the Lancers, unfortunately, there. The Lancer men trailed by 17 with 10 minutes to play, but they outscored the Tigers 34-21 down the stretch. They cut the deficit down to 4, but Dakota Wesleyan just refused to miss free throws. Lancers actually cut it down to 4, 3 points there at the end, but the free throws just kept going in. Lancers fall 76-70. Damon Opdahl led Mount Marty with 15 points in the loss. Tashlin Day added 11. Jared Lopez had a 10-point, 10-rebound double-double. For the Lancer women, they also fell to Dakota Wesleyan. 82-58 was the final score there. Emma Jarofsky was the leader in points. She had 10 of them on the evening. Alexis Folkers added 9 off the bench, and then Kayla Martinez and Alexis Motley ended with 8 apiece. Both basketball teams are back in the Simple Arena on Wednesday versus Midland in the Simple Arena. That is going to be a massive game for GPAC standings going into the postseason tournament coming up in about a little over a month now. When it comes to the track and field program, let's take a look at kind of what happened there, because the Mount Marty Indoor Track and Field program had their multis over the weekend, and it was a great weekend for the Lancers. They took the top spot in 6 different events at the home meet and claimed 2 new school records. We'll start it off with the Lancer women. They claimed the top 2 spots in 3 different competitions. Josie Wallstrom won the pentathlon, followed by Ashnae George. Zelly Sorensen was first in the 200-meter. Alexis Even came in second there. Lancers get both the top 2 spots in those. Maya Zoner also took first in the pole vault, and Paige Clausen took second in the pole vault. A lot of 1-2s for the Lancers in those events. For the men, they were kind of led by Logan Ferrari as usual. Ferrari demolished his own school record in the 5,000 meter by running 14:50.21. That takes nearly 15 seconds off of his previous school record and just cruised to an event win in that one. Ferrari was also part of another record-breaking performance. It was in the distance medley relay that ran 10:40.67. The team of freshmen Joseph Cross, sophomore Xavier Prado, junior Jacob Keeney, and Ferrari took over 6 seconds off the old record en route to a third-place finish. Their time ranks third in the nation right at the moment. And once again, that is a young team. That is pretty cool. They got one senior, one junior, a sophomore, and a freshman. One from each class, really. It's kind of cool. Next up for the Lancers is the Concordia Classic and Multis in Seward, Nebraska, January 24th and 25th. This is the Lancer Locker on KYNT. It's 102.1 FM, AM 1450. With that, let's take a break. We'll come back in a couple of minutes and start talking softball. The head coach of the Mount Marty Lancers, Cassandra Brown, will be in the booth up next. Then a player interview with Olivia Valdez to finish up the show. Both of those coming up in a couple of minutes now. You are listening to Mount Marty Lancer Athletics on the Lancer Locker on KYNT.
A big thank you from Mount Marty University to one of Yankton's greatest employers and friend of the community, Aztec. They're very proud to support the Mount Marty Lancers. The vision at Aztec is to build industry-changing solutions that create life-changing opportunities. And you can build a career with the group that's built to connect from rock to road. Click careers at aztecindustries.com. Best wishes, Mount Marty, from your friends at Aztec.
If you want a job where your work matters, you belong at Avera. Here, we've invested in our workforce because every Avera team member drives our health ministry forward, making a difference in lives and communities every day. We offer competitive pay, great health insurance, and even career opportunities. We're putting people first, including you. Search for local job openings and apply at avera.org/careers.
New year, new you. It's time to kick off those resolutions with Michelob Ultra. Why sacrifice taste when you can have it all? Michelob Ultra is here to help you stay on track while still enjoying life to the fullest. With its crisp light taste and low calories, Michelob Ultra is the perfect companion for your active lifestyle. So raise a glass of Michelob Ultra and toast to a year filled with balance, health, and unforgettable moments. Cheers to a new year, new goals, and the perfect beer to help you achieve them.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
At Pizza Ranch, your favorite pizza is just a request away. This is Mike with Yankton Pizza Ranch, and every day you can enjoy the buffet your way. Step 1, ask for your favorite pizza at the counter, and we'll bake it fresh just for you. Step 2, get the first slice hot out of the oven. Step 3, rejoice and repeat. It's everyone's favorite buffet, Monday through Friday, 11 to 1:30, and 5 to 8, Saturday and Sunday, 11 to 8.
Whoa, that's good.
Buying a home in this market can be frustrating. Having an experienced real estate agent is more important than ever. This is Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and I've been helping first-time home buyers, those needing a little more space, folks wanting to downsize, and investors for almost 20 years. For personalized service you can trust, call 605-664-5555 and we'll find your next home.
All right, back here on the Lancer Locker on KYNT 102.1 FM AM 1450. Now talking with the head coach of the Mount Marty Lancer softball program, coming in Coach Cassandra Brown. First year head coach for the Lancers. Not first time being a head coach, however. First time in this booth. However, Coach, thank you for coming in and talking with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So when we talk about the season coming into this one, you're only a couple weeks away now. You're, 2 weeks away from the start of the season? So you're really getting in there. First up, how's it going so far? And what are some of the things you're trying to get hammered out in the next 2 weeks?
It's going very good so far. We've been working very hard. We're just, trying to get some coverages for defense, and then we've been working a lot of hitting as well.
When it comes to your hitters, you graduated a couple last year, but obviously with you coming in, you've got a couple new ones coming in, a couple of seniors this year that I'm sure you're excited about. Who's going to be getting really a lot of work on the bats?
Yes, a lot of my seniors definitely will be. They've been working very hard. I'm excited, like I said. We do have a very big senior class, so I definitely will be relying on them this upcoming season.
Your leader in returning at-bats on the season, Olivia Valdez, we're going to be actually speaking with her a little later in this show, and she's sitting right here in the booth as we now turn to talk about her. So keep that in mind as you tell me about this player.
Yes, I'm excited for Liv. She's been working hard as well as the rest of our seniors. I think you'll see a big difference this year just in overall with the team.
When it comes to your schedule, you're coming in and you're going to play a lot in a dome. That's got to be nice. You're practicing at the field house on the campus of Mount Marty right now when it's negative 20 outside, which we hate. But you get a little bit of time inside to practice. And your first couple of games, your first 3 tournaments, I think, are all in the dome in Sioux Center, Iowa. That's got to be nice to have access to that to play those games.
Yes, definitely. It's great to have access to that. And then also being able to practice in the field house is preparing us for the dome, I think. We're having to communicate a little bit louder than normal because there are a lot of other teams practicing in there while we're practicing. So it's, allowing us to really lock in and focus in and really get the work in, but also giving us what it kind of might sound like in the dome for us. So I think the field house has been great for us to definitely be able to practice in there.
When it comes to that first weekend tournament, just over 2 weeks away, February 7th, Peru State, William Penn, Mid-American Nazarene, and William Penn again that second day. You've got a fun schedule coming up, I will say.
We do.
And you get to play in a dome. What are some of the things that you are looking forward to at the start of the season? What are some of the expectations you have?
Just for us, being able to come together as a team, we're definitely a well-oiled machine. I look forward to just showing that all of our hard work that we've been doing in the fall, but also in the spring, and just being able to show off all the hard work they've been doing in all 4 games and coming out successful.
Let's talk about some of that work now. I wanted to turn back and kind of focus on the past for a moment, as it's your first year here with the Lancers. Your previous head coach, I believe, for 5 years at Alabama A&M.
Correct.
What brought you to South Dakota and Mount Marty?
Well, what brought me here is my brother played baseball here as well. I actually took a gap year in coaching and saw that they were hiring for a head softball coach. And I thought it would be a great opportunity. I'm also a mom, so being able to balance it all and have a good work-life balance. I love coaching, and that's something I didn't want to give up. But also I'm a mom, so I wanted to be able to have that good work-life balance as well. And I think I'm getting that here. Also, just the community within itself has been very supportive of me, supportive of my team. And I'm just so grateful and blessed to be here, honestly.
And having that connection with the university help your brother Miles, correct?
Yes.
Just graduated?
Yes,
yeah,
correct.
He was good pitcher for the Lancers over the last couple of years. And I know that you were pretty good yourself playing. Walk me through your playing career.
Yes, I played for 4 years at Alabama A&M University down in Huntsville, Alabama. I also was a grad assistant while I was in grad school. And then I moved to an assistant coach, took a year off, and then I was the youngest D1 coach at the time. I was 25 years old when I started as a Division I head softball coach. So, yes.
That is pretty nice. NCAA Division I head softball coach. You were in 2019 the Southwestern Athletic Conference Coach of the Year. Went to the Athletic Conference Eastern Division Championship. Very young coach, but it also feels like you've got quite a bit of experience for your age, for sure.
Yes, I definitely do have quite a bit of experience. I'm definitely using it now. Like I said, I'm just honestly just blessed to have even had the opportunity at that young of an age, and also still being able to do it as well. So,
when you talk about some of the lessons learned from that time, first year as a head coach to now going in 6th year as a head coach, first year for the Lancers, what are some things you do differently from year 1 to where you are now?
I definitely, I would say I'm very more patient, definitely, and just being able, I think also understanding work-life balance as well is very important, not only for me, but also for my student athletes as well. Understanding that, softball is here, but just giving them more everyday life skills outside of softball. Understanding, when you leave here, you're going to rely on your degree, and that's the most important thing that you can take out of this. So just, being well-rounded as a coach, but also pouring into my athletes.
I wanted to ask you about the work-life balance, because as a coach, that's a difficult thing. Every coach ever struggles with that. And right at the moment you're coming in, it's just you out there really getting to work with these players. And of course, you mentioned you're a mom as well.
Yes.
What is this balance kind of like? How much time do you even get to spend at home right now?
I absolutely love being here. Like I said, it takes a village, and I'm definitely relying on my village here, and I'm so grateful for that. But I do get a lot of time at home. It's just pre-planning, making sure that we're organized. We do a lot of small groups as well. So I might be at practice a little bit longer than usual, but knowing I'm able to go home at night and spend time with my son I get the best of both worlds. I get to spend time with my players and my son. So I'm organized, and I have it all set out. Our practice plan has been made for a couple months now. So I just make sure we're organized and ready to go.
Your son old enough to help with practices yet?
No, he thinks he is, but no, he's not old enough yet.
Well, just wait. You basically get a part-time assistant.
Yes,
the moment
I definitely
he's old
will. Yes, he cried this morning when I told him he couldn't come with me this morning.
He shouldn't. He didn't want to leave the house this morning. He shouldn't have. It's too
no,
cold
he
for
did
that.
not want to leave this morning.
Yes, that's something else we could talk about. Obviously, playing in Alabama, coaching in Alabama, now coming up here where the wind chill is in the negative 20s today.
Yes.
What's that been kind of like?
It's been an adjustment, but it really hasn't been that bad because we've been in the field house. So I mean, it got cold in Alabama, but not this
Not
cold.
negative 20.
No, not this cold. So I have to thank my players though, because they've been preparing me and giving me little pointers on what to do, and so I appreciate them.
Let's turn back to the season here as we look forward, when obviously expectations are to get in that tournament and make some waves when you get there. That's always the goal. In order to achieve that, what needs to go right for this team? At the start of this season, I know a lot of coaches will write down, these are the things we're good at. What are the things you're good at?
So I want to say we're definitely good at communicating. Definitely that. I think our lineup 1 through 9 is going to be very solid. Also our pitching staff. I just think we're a very well-rounded team, and that's what I look forward to. And I also tell my players we have to do the little things right in order to get to the big things. And they've been working on those little things very hard, and I think that's what's going to get us to where we need to be.
First game, once again, February 7th coming up. Home games take a little bit to get here, obviously, because we got to wait for the fields to thaw, basically. End of February, early March is kind of what we're looking at here. Conference play will start on the 14th of March. Those should be home games, we hope, barring weather every year.
Yes.
When it comes to the conference play and the GPAC, what do you know of the GPAC coming in as a first-year head coach?
I know a lot of things. I've actually been studying and doing my research. I think we'll be fine. I think we're going to creep on up there and shock a lot of people this year. So I'm excited about that. I don't want nobody to count us out. The preseason standings should be coming out pretty soon here. So like I told my girls, we just got to use that wherever we're at. We got to use it as fire and, work off of that and work even harder just to prove that we're supposed to be where we're supposed to be at.
And honestly, when you take a look at your schedule, I think you've got a really nice opportunity right to start the season in conference play. First conference foe, home game versus the in-state rival, Dakota Wesleyan University.
Yes.
That will be a good time.
Yes, definitely.
So that's one of those games where you need to make a statement right away. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think coming out the gate and getting those 2 W's would be a very good start into our conference play, for sure.
Coach Brown, we're going to take a break here on the Lancer Locker, and we're going to come back with that senior you brought in Olivia Valdez. But as we finish up here, going into the softball season, is there any final message you have for Lancer fans as why they should come support you this year?
Yes, please come out and support us. We would love to have everybody come out and support us. I think everybody will enjoy watching us this year. I'm excited, and the girls are very excited, so we would love all the support in the community.
This is the Lancer Locker on KYNT. Let's take a break, come back with one of the seniors of the Mount Marty softball program.
Carbless handcrafted premium cocktails are a ready-to-drink vodka and tequila-based cocktail with no carbs, no sugar, gluten-free, and only 100 calories. It's guaranteed to be bursting with flavor in every sip. The Carbless Mix Pack is sure to please any crowd with a compilation of all the best-selling ready-to-drink cocktails, including sweet, citrus, and a twist of tequila flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and margarita. Grab some today. Carbless cocktails. Less is more.
Hey, son, can you hand me that vice grip? As any farmer or rancher knows, having the right tools in the toolbox is important. That goes for your ag lending as well. If you're considering expansion, restructuring debt, or purchasing equipment, call Dakota Mac. We have a toolbox full of lending solutions to help you with your ag financing needs.
Hi, it's Jeff Wolfgram from Dakota Mac. Call us at 800-682-4578 to learn how Dakota Mac products can work for you.
At Triple Time Rudy's, not only do you get top-notch fuel to keep you on the move, but it's a destination for delicious local treats. You'll find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. It's your community's pit stop for more than just fuel. Triple Time Rudy's supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers. For all your daily fill-ups and convenience needs, stop by Triple Time Rudy's at 17th and Broadway.
2025 means big savings on 2024 Fords at Lewis & Clark Ford. This is Brandon Tykrow. We are really bringing in the new year with these great deals. Up to $8,000 off 2024 Ford Broncos, up to $11,000 off 2024 Ford F-150s, and up to $12,000 off 2024 Ford Expeditions. Start the new year with a new Ford and save on new Broncos, F-150s, and Expeditions now. See our selection at lewisandclarkford.com or 4th and Capitol Yankton.
James and I are having a beef.
About which Runza burger is best.
It's the savory Swiss mushroom. Hands down.
No, it's the double cheeseburger. 2 burgers better than 1, 'cause math.
The spicy Jack burger is also good.
True. Wait, why are we fighting?
I forget. Come get your favorite Runza burger today, because Runza makes it all better.
Want the best fast food burger around? Try Runza on Broadway by Menards in Yankton.
All right, back here on the Lancer Locker, now with a senior for the Mount Marty Lancer softball program in Olivia Valdez, a senior transferred in out of Iowa Western Community College about 3 years ago now from Michigan originally. Olivia, thank you for coming in and talking with me today. I'm excited for this season to get underway.
Yeah, me too. It's great to be here.
When you talk about this Lancer program, you've been here a couple years now. You had a tournament run a couple years ago. Last year, you had a tournament run. This year, your senior year. What are some of the goals, expectations coming into this season?
I just want to be the team that works hard for everything that gets put their way. I mean, I know that we're not top up in the GPAC or expected to be top up in the GPAC, but just working hard and taking it day by day.
Well, expectations are one thing. What happens is another thing. So I'm looking forward to when you actually get out there and play, which should be a lot of fun. February 7th is that first game, and you get to play in a dome for a little while, something that you're used to with the field house here. What is that dome over in Sioux Center kind of like?
It's actually really spacious. They have a very good setup, 2 fields back to back. I think the only thing that's kind of a little that stinks about it is that sometimes balls hit the top of the dome that could potentially be a good hit. And so that's about it. But besides that, it's a great place to play.
When it comes into this season, you're coming in as a senior. Let's turn to you now. What is your major, minor, and what are you going to do with it?
My major is pre-professional with a focus in PA. So I plan to take a gap year after this year, just work and pay off some loans. And then I would love to go to school in Omaha, but honestly, I'll go wherever.
Going to school again and master's pursuing?
PA program.
PA program.
Yep.
Tell me what that is, kind of what's going on there.
The physician's assistant program. So essentially there's the MD and then the PA is kind of just an assistant to an MD. So yeah, just working in a hospital or a clinic.
Nice. Do you have, obviously you said you're taking a gap year. So what are some of the things you have lined up for after graduation?
I don't know if there's necessarily anything lined up. I'm kind of just rolling with the punches here, but yeah, the plan is to go and stay in Omaha. That's where my boyfriend's family is. So I would like to stay there and try and get a job at the hospital that I want to go to PA school at, just to help a smooth transition.
Yeah, absolutely. When it comes to looking back on Mount Marty now, you came in a couple of years ago. Originally, we're at Iowa Western Community College. Now you're going to graduate as a Lancer. What led to that switch, and why was it Mount Marty? Why did you come here?
My boyfriend actually goes to school at Mount Marty, and he plays baseball here. So that obviously sparked my interest in looking at the school.
There you go. You just had the connection and were able to come over.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about your career then. You're a senior. You're going into your final season. Has that kind of set in yet that this is the final year?
Not yet, honestly. I think that it won't set in until the very last game. I think that my senior year, I'm just trying to stay optimistic and not like let it sink in that it's my senior year and just enjoy it while I can.
Well, you're going to hate this next question of not letting it sink in then. What are some of the favorite memories you've had? Obviously, I'm hoping you haven't even made your favorite memories yet, because I'd love to see some really fun things happen this year. But what are some of the favorite moments over the last couple years?
Two that I can think of within the Yankton community itself is just the community I've found in my church here. Just a lot of good people, and I think that they've helped me grow my faith a lot since being here, which I appreciate. And then second of all is playing against my teammates from Iowa Western. 2 of them are in the GPAC, so it was kind of nice to just see them and play against them. Yeah,
that's awesome. Let's talk off the field for a little bit. We talked a little before we turned the mics on of your hobbies, things you like to do. And I know you're kind of a creative type. You like making things.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things you make?
Recently I made matching keychains for my mom, my sister, and I. So like just things like that. Or my mom's a big homemade person, so I think that's where I kind of get it. But yeah, I make her like magnets for her fridge, or just like picture frames I'll paint and send them to her. So she loves that kind of stuff.
Just a bunch of arts and crafts.
Yep, whatever.
Is that something you've always kind of been into, just making things all the time? Are you a drawer, painter? What do you do?
I can't draw and I can't paint. Those are terrible. But I like, ever since I was young, I've always had like arts and crafts. Like I'd make friendship bracelets or the rainbow loom bracelets. Like I've always been into that stuff. So I think just always been a little creative.
Yankton itself, you talked about your faith and how that's grown here. What are some of the other things you've come to love about this place? A lot of people tell me how great the food is.
Yeah, the food, honestly. Chaparros.
Yeah.
I love that. That's right by my house. It's kind of a bad spot for it to be, but yeah. I think the community too. Like it's kind of cool. I work at Checkers in town, and I've had some people come in and we've kind of talked about the community, and this one guy told me how he isn't involved with Yankton or Mount Marty at all, but he loves to just come and support. And I think that that's cool that we have such a big community here that they may not have a kid or someone in the program, but they just love to come and support the program.
Tell me about your family a little bit. Are they all back in Michigan still?
Yep.
So tell me about them.
I have an older brother and a younger sister and 2 dogs. Can't forget them. But yeah, I don't know much. My brother is, he's in the trades program. My younger sister's in her senior year of high school, and she plans to go into a rad tech program at a JUCO back home.
That's awesome. I'm most interested in the dogs, I think. So tell me about them.
Yeah. Oh, I could talk forever about them. I have a lab pit and a boxer lab, and they're just the best. The boxer pit is just completely energetic, crazy, pay attention to me, and the boxer lab is just so go with the flow, like whatever, just in the background. And their personalities are just hilarious together.
Do you have a dog here in Yankton?
I don't, unfortunately. I wish I did.
Gonna have to get one in the future. All right. When it comes to this season, we'll turn it back as we start to wrap things up here. This season, personal or team goals? Mm-hmm. Give me one or a couple.
Team goals, I would like to, I don't necessarily want to focus on like a big picture of making it to a national championship or far, but I think just taking it day by day and game by game and just working together and connecting with each other on the field and off the field. And then a personal goal, I think just to be satisfied with the way that I play, not necessarily looking at numbers or statistics, but just feel good in my ability and just confident in what I can do.
You mentioned kind of the connection between teammates, and part of that falls on you this year as a senior. You're a leader, one of the people that the younger students and younger athletes look to. What's that been kind of like in practices, taking over a leadership role?
It's been a little odd because I haven't had that role here yet, but I don't think that I'm not a vocal leader. I think I'm kind of just sit back and do what I do. So I think kind of people look at me more like, like a role model. Yep.
Well, Olivia, thank you for coming in to talk with me today. As we finish things up here, do you have any final message for Lancer Nation, your family, or anybody else who's helped you along the way?
Come out and support Lancer softball because we like a big fan section.
Yeah, that'll be good. And the first game, once again, February 7th on the road is where it's going to be over in Sioux Center in that dome. First home games right at the moment scheduled for February 28th versus Mayville. Conference will be opening March 14th, home doubleheader, Dakota Wesleyan. Thank you for coming in, Olivia. Appreciate the time and good luck this season.
Thanks for having us.
This is the Lancer Locker on KYNT. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap things up in a couple of minutes.
The Dakota Theater in Yankton is always in need of volunteers. There's something for everyone, such as being involved with shows on or off stage, selling concessions, greeting, ushering, cleaning before and after, cleaning the bathrooms, organizing, helping with the lights, the sound, the costumes, decorating, and more. The Dakota Theater in Yankton is so grateful for every volunteer. Theaters for everyone. For more information, go to dakotatheater.org or call 665-4711.
At Parker of Yankton, we are powered by the hard work of our employees, the loyalty of our customers, and the support of our community. Together, we're engineering success like never before. Looking to start the new year with a career where you're valued and appreciated? Join the Parker team today. Visit parker.com to apply. From all of us at Parker of Yankton, thank you for making this year unforgettable.
Parker, engineering your success.
To a fresh start and boundless opportunities, here's to a new year of success and celebration from all of us at Parker of Yankton.
Sherco's electric accessories, more than just convenience, they're safety. Step back away from the moving parts and out of the dust. Operate your electric accessories with the push of a button. Everything from our 4500 series HD tarp to our ProTrap and AutoTrap hopper door openers to the DriveMax auger mover provide a safer working environment when teamed with the SureLink wireless system. To learn more, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us at Sherco.com. Demand the best. Demand Sherco.
This is Jenny from Slumberland Furniture in Yankton. Looking for a refresh in your home? Want to change up your space? Take advantage of our free interior design service. We can help reimagine your room using new pieces that will work with what you currently have. At Slumberland, you'll find the best brand name furniture and quality mattresses with the best customer service possible. See us at 2401 Broadway in Yankton.
Beef, pork, seafood, poultry, and more. All at the Meat Lodge in Yankton. Get top quality meats at great prices. They have specialty items like lamb, brisket, mahi-mahi, crab legs, and lobster. They even have non-meat options like Dimmick cheese, pickled items, seasonings, and sauces. For your convenience, you can call and order curbside pickup or order online at meatlodge.com. The Meat Lodge in Yankton, on the way to the lake on Highway 52.
All right, back here for the final time. It's the Lancer Locker on at KYNT. I'm Tel Tanner. I hope you've enjoyed this production of the Lancer Locker. We do this every week here on KYNT at 5:30 p.m. We take a different sport for the Lancers. We bring in the head coach and an athlete or two and get a little bit of a profile of what's going on. Big thank you to head coach Cassandra Brown of the Mount Marty softball team for coming in and talking with us this week, along with Olivia Valdez she brought in as a senior. I really enjoyed the conversation with the two of them and their season. I'm really thinking this could be a good one. This really could and should be a pretty good one. They're going to start on February 7th once again over in Sioux Center, playing in the dome over there. They get to play in February 7th and 8th to start the season. Their first three tournaments all in that dome in Sioux Center. Home games will start about March 11th for a non-con with Dakota State. They have one scheduled on February 28th versus Mayville State as well. And then conference play March 14th at home, doubleheader with Dakota Wesleyan. Mark your calendars for that one. That's going to do it for the Lancer Locker today. Thank you to the head coach and athlete that were in, and that will do it for us. You've been listening to KYNT's The